not-profit organization. We do all kinds of fun things like singing, dancing, acting, and doing art. Please don't forget to silence your cell phones and remember not to take any flash photography. The exit on your right is for emergencies only, so please exit the feature to your left. We now invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hit the beat now. Lost in motion. Some guys will promise you a marriage made in heaven, but I'm gonna stick to my guns. Like waiting for the love that I might begin. My dreams have yet begun. Oh baby, am I a fool in love? Are you free? This love for you, oh my, it can't see. Oh, I'm lost in emotion, telling you things you really should know. Oh baby, I'm lost in emotion. Am I a fool? At least my friends think so. Que sera, baby, whatever will be. Que sera, between you and me. Just how true are the rumors I am hearing about this crush you have on me? Maybe I'm blind, but I just don't see. And I wanna believe what they say. I find myself telling you things I don't even tell my best friends. I keep showing my emotions, not knowing just where it all stands for us. Time to time I wonder if I am in your heart. And even though I don't live there yet, I'm afraid it will be cold and dark. I'm lost in emotion.
Good morning, Nazar! That was our very own Jacquinetta singing Lost in Emotion to kick off Festival Week. Our young king and his court are returning from a triumphant season and just announced a tubular plan for himself and his court. He and his companions are to cast off their uniforms while the world allows and devote themselves to a rigorous 3 years of study. That's right, 3 years. They will sleep little, eat and drink less, and commit themselves to an inspiring program of self-improvement, a real feast for bookworms. Boldest of all, perhaps, is the king's absolute insistence that no women be allowed inside the court. I'm sorry, ladies, but he is the king. There's just one exception, Madame Holofernia, the king's principal tutor, and alongside her, longtime associate and the king's longtime mentor, Sir Nathaniel. They should have everything they need to ensure the man's spiritual, mental, and physical health, and they should distract themselves from thoughts of romance. It's a radical idea, but this able young king, named Sports Illustrated Most Eligible Collegiate Bachelor, seems determined to show the world there is more to life than football and parties. He is an idealist, and we wish him and his 3 homies the best of luck as the adventure unfolds. Next.
take a chance. Just get on the floor and do the new kids dance. Don't worry about nothing, cause it won't take long. We're gonna put you in a trance. Cause you gotta be hanging tough. Hanging tough. Hanging tough. We're up. Everybody's always talking about who's on top. You'll cross our path or you're gonna get stuck. We ain't gonna give anybody any slack. And if you try to keep us down, we're gonna come back. You gotta be hanging tough. Hanging tough. Hanging tough. Are you tough enough? Let fame that all hunt after in their lives live registered upon our brazen tubes, and then grace us in the disgrace of death. Therefore, brave conquerors, our edict shall strongly stand in force. Your bar shall be the wonder of the world. And you three, Barone, Dumaine, and Longueville, have already sworn for 3 years' term to live with me, my fellow scholars, and to keep those statutes which are recorded here. You all so fast. Now subscribe your names.
I am resolved. 'Tis but a 3 years fast. The mind shall banquet though the body pine.
My loving lord, Dumaine is mortified. To love, to wealth, to calm, I pine and die. With all these, living in philosophy.
I can but say their protestation over. So much, my dear liege, that I have already sworn, but to stay with your court 3 years. But there are other strict observances, as not to see a woman in that term, at which I hope is not enrolled there, and but of 1 day to touch no food, and only 1 meal of all the other days, at which I hope is not enrolled there, and but to sleep 3 hours a night, and not be seen to wink of all the days, at which I hope is not enrolled there. These are barren tasks, sir, too hard to keep. Not to sleep, see ladies study and fast.
Your oath is passed, Barone, to pass away from these.
Let me say no, my liege, but if it please you, I have already sworn to study with your grace and stay in your court 3 years' space.
And you swore to that, Barone, and to the rest.
Oh, by yea and nay, sir, that I swore, and I did in jest. What is the end of study? Let me know.
Why, to know that which else we should not know.
So, things hid and barred.
Aye, that is study's godlike recompense.
Come on, then. I have already sworn to study thus, and as thus to know the things I am forbid to know, and study where I may well dine when I to feast expressly am forbid, or to study when some meat some mistress find, when mistresses from common sense are hid.
Why, these be the things that hinder study quite, and train our intellects to vain delight.
Well, all delights are vain, but the most vain with pain purchased doth inherit pain, as painfully to pour upon a pain. To seek the light of truth, well, ye they lies. So ere you find where in thy darkness it will lie.
How well he's read. To reason against reading.
Proceeded well, stopped all good proceeding.
He weeds the corn and still lets grow the weeding.
Spring is near when green geese are up reading.
How follows that?
Fit in his place and time.
In reason, nothing.
Something in our eyes.
Barone is like an envious sneaking frost that bites the firstborn infant of the spring.
Well, why should you of thy proud summer boast before the birds have any cause to sing, or you to climb over the house and unlock a little gate?
We'll sit you out. Go home, Barone. Adieu.
No, my good lord, I have already sworn to study with you, and though I have for barbarism spoke more than that angle of knowledge can give me. Give me the paper, and let me read the same, and on the strictest decrees I shall write my name. Item, that no woman shall come within a mile of my court. Have this been proclaimed?
4 days ago.
Let's see the penalty. On pain of losing, come here, her tongue. Who devised this penalty?
Mary, that did I.
Sweet lord, and why?
Just to fright them hence with that dread penalty.
A dangerous law against gentility. Item, if any man be seen to talk with a woman in this 3 years' term, he shall endorse its public shame as the rest of the court can possibly devise. This article, my liege, yourself must brave, for well you know who comes here in embassy, the French king's daughter, for yourself to speak, a maid of complete majesty, to talk about the surroundings of Aquitaine. So, therefore, this article made in vain, or vainly comes the admired princess hither.
What say you, lords? This was quite forgot.
So study evermore is overshot, or it doth do the things it would, it doth forget to do the things it should.
We must of force dispense with this decree. She must lie here on mere necessity.
Necessity will make us all forsworn 3,000 times within this 3 years. I am sworn on mere necessity. So, to the laws at large, I write my name. But, although I seem so at loath, I will be the last to keep his oath. But is there no quick recreation granted?
Aye, that there is. Our court, you know, is haunted with a refined traveler spade. The man in all the world's new fashion planted, that hath the mint of fancies in his brain. This child of fancy that our motto, high, for interim to our studies, shall relate in high-born words the worth of many a night.
Our motto is the most illustrious wight, a man of fires and fashions his own knight.
With the star of the swain, he shall be our sport. And so this is happy. 3 years is but
What is on your head?
Which is the Duke's own person?
This is he, what wouldest?
I myself reprehend his own person, for I am his grace's barber. But I would like to see his own person in flesh and blood.
This is he.
Signor Arme! Arme? Arme da blah blah. Commends you. There is villainy abroad. That letter will tell you more.
Sir, the contempt thereof are as touching me.
She says she has a letter from Armando.
For I do behold it here.
Oh,
I do hope in God for high words.
I hope for a low heaven. God grant us patience.
To hear or forbear laughing.
To hear meekly, sir, and to laugh. Moderately, or to forbear both.
Well, in thy style we climb in the merriness.
I totally had this the whole time. Totally.
The matter is to me, sir, as concerning Jacquinetta. The manner of it is, I was taken with the manner.
In what manner?
In manner and form following, sir. All those three. I was seen with her in the manor house, sitting with her upon the form, which put together is in manner and form following. Now, sir, for the manner, it is the manner of a man to speak to a woman for the following.
For the following, sir.
As it shall follow in my correction and guidance in the right.
Right to remain silent.
Well, this around. I thought the thing was right, but I didn't want to know. The girlie was deaf and I wanted to know. Her name is Jacqueline, but we all call her Jeff. I think I thought I seen her on a singer per play. The next thing you said, my jams are yours. Let's kick some bass and open some doors. We got into a groove and the groove was lit. I knew this chick had talent that I couldn't forget. She had a little something from an emotional place. So I told her she was dope and had a really nice face. Should've looked back, man, I'll always be better. Something's going on and I'll probably never get it. I was crying like a baby, stupid dumb. It's just too bad that she's a bum. She's crafty, she sings around, she's crafty. She's always round, she's crafty. She's got some hype, she's crafty. She's just my type, she's crafty.
Will you hear this letter with attention, sir?
Oh, as we would hear an oracle.
Such is the simplicity of man to hearken after the flesh.
No.
Great deputy! The Welkin's physician of and soul, dominator of Navarre. My soul's earth's god and body's fostering head.
Not a word of custard yet.
So it is.
It may be so, but if you say it is so, he is and telling truth. What's up?
Peace.
Speak to me and every man that there is not for.
No words.
Of other men's secrets, I beseech you.
So it is. I did encounter that obscene and preposterous event that draweth from my snow-white soul the ebon-colored ink which now thou viewest, beholdest, surveyest, or seest. But now to what happened. I saw that low-spirited swain, that base minnow of mirth, that unlettered, small-knowing soul,
Me.
that shallow vessel,
Still me.
which, as I remember, height custard,
Oh, me.
sorted and consulted contrary to the established book and eating incontinent canon. Oh, with a passion to say wherewith,
With a winch.
with a child of our grandmother Eve, a female, or, for thy more sweet understanding, a woman. Him as my ever esteemed duty pricks me on necessity to receive the meed of his punishment by thy gracious officer.
Anthony Dobbs, a man of good repute, carriage bearing, and estimation.
Me and shall please you. I am Anthony Dobbs.
Oh.
For Jacquinetta, so is the wicked vessel called which I apprehended with the aforesaid swain.
I keep her as a vessel of the law's fury.
Interessante. And shall, at the least of thy sweet notice, bring her to trial. Thine and all compliments of heart burning heated to thee. Don Adriano de Armato!
This is not so well as I had hoped for, but the best that I have ever heard.
I the best for the worst. But, Sirrah, what say you to this?
Sir, I confess the winch.
Did you hear the proclamation?
I do confess much of the hearing it, but little of the marking of it.
It was proclaimed a year's imprisonment to be taken with wench.
I was taken with none, sir, for she was a damsel.
It was proclaimed damsel.
This was no damsel neither, for she was a virgin.
Well, it was so very too, for it was proclaimed virgin.
If it were, I deny her virginity, for I was taken with a maid.
This maid will not serve your turn, sir.
This maid will serve my turn, sir.
Sir, I will pronounce your sentence. You shall fast a week with bran and water.
No. I'd rather pray a month with mutton and porridge.
And Don Armato shall be your keeper. Oh, my Lord Barone! See him delivered oath, while we lords go and put into practice that which to each other have so strongly sworn.
I will lay my head at any good man's hat. All these oaths and laws will have us quickly forsworn.
I suffer for the truth, sir, for true it is that I was taken with Jacquinetta. But Jacquinetta is a true girl. and therefore welcome the sour cup of prosperity. Affliction may one day smile again, but till then, sit thee down, sorrow!
Boy, what signs it when a man of great spirit grows melancholy?
A great sign, sir.
He will look sad. Why is sadness not one and the self-same thing, dearie?
No, no. Lord, sir, no.
Then how canst thou part sadness and melancholy, my tender juvenile?
By familiar demonstration of the working, my tough senor.
Why, senor? Why, tough senor?
Why tender juvenile? Why tender juvenile?
I spoke it of tender juvenile as a congruent epithet appertaining to thy young days, which we may nominate as tender.
And I, my tough senor, as an apt entitled to your old time, which we may name tough.
Pretty and apt.
How mean you, sir? I pretty in my saying apt, or I apt in my saying pretty?
Thou pretty because little,
Little pretty because little. Wherefore apt?
and therefore apt because quick.
Speak you this in my praise, master?
In my condign praise.
I will praise an eel with the same praise.
What? That an eel is ingenious?
The eel is quick.
I do say, thou art quick in thy answers. Thou heatest my blood.
I am answered, sir.
I love not to be cross.
He speaks the mere contrary. Crosses love not him.
I will hereupon confess that I am in love. As it is base for a soldier to love, so am I in love with a base wench. If, drawing my sword against a reprobate thought in it, I will take Desire prisoner and ransom him to any French courtier who me defies courtesy, I think scorn to sigh. Methinks I should outswear Cupid. Comfort me, boy, and tell me what great men have been in love.
Hercules, master.
Almost with Hercules. More authority, dear boy. Nay, more. And my good child. Let them be men of good repute and carriage.
Samson, master. He was a man of good carriage, great carriage. For he carried the tough gate on his back like a porter. And he was in love.
Oh, well, good Samson. Strong-jointed Samson. I do excel thee in my rapier as much as thou didst me in carrying gates. But, who was Samson's love, my dear one?
A woman, master.
Of what complexion?
Of all the four. The three. Or the two. Or one of the four.
Tell me precisely of what complexion.
Of the seawater green, sir.
Is that one of the four complexions?
As I have read, sir. And the best of them, too.
Green indeed is the color of lovers. But methinks Samson had a small reason for it. He surely affected her for her wish.
It was so, sir, for she had a green way.
My love is the most immaculate, white and red.
Most immaculate thoughts, master, are amassed under such colors.
Define well-educated infants.
My father's wit and mother's tongue assist me.
Most invocation of a child, most pretty and pathetic.
If she be made of white and red, her faults would now be known. For blushing cheeks by faults are bred, and fears by pale white shown. And if she fear or be to blame, by this you shall not know. For still her cheeks possess the same, which nature she doth owe. A dangerous rhyme, master, against the reasons of white and red.
Is there not a ballad, boy, of the king and the beggar?
The world was guilty of some such a ballad, some 3 ages since. But methinks it to be found it would neither serve the writing nor the tune.
Well, I shall have that subject newly writ ordered, that, by my discretion and some mighty precedent may show, that boy, I do love that country maid that we took in the park with the radical hind custard. She deserves death.
To be wept, yet better love than my master.
Sing, boy, for my spirit grows heavy in love.
And that's great Margot, loving a light wench.
I say sing!
I fell in love with San Pedro. Lost life I never
makes it last. Everybody's so fast. Drop the cold, the eyes. All of nature, wild and free. This is where I come to be. La isla bonita. And when it's summer, it's a really sense of high. I use and see my from Spanish to divide. When it's time for siesta, you can watch them go by. Beautiful faces, no cares in the world. When a boy loves a girl and a girl loves a boy.
Sir, the Duke's pleasure is that you keep his guard safe, and you suffer him to take no delight nor no penance, but A must fast 3 days a week. As for this damsel, I must keep her at the park. She's allowed for the day woman. Very well.
I do betray myself with blushing maid.
Man,
I will visit you at the lodge.
that's hereby.
I know where it is situated.
Lord, how wise you are.
I shall tell thee 3 things.
With that face.
I love thee.
So I heard you say.
And so, farewell.
Fair weather after you. Come, Jackie. Away.
Villain! Thou shalt fast for thy offenses, ere thou be pardoned.
Well, sir, I hope when I do it, I will do it on a full stomach.
Thou shalt be heavily punished.
I am more bound to you than your fellows, for they are but lightly rewarded.
Take away the villain and shut him up. Take away the villain and shut him up.
Come, you transgressive slave. Away.
Let me not be pent up, sir. I will fast being loose.
That were fast and loose, thou shalt to prison.
Never I do see the merry days of desolation that I have seen, some shall see.
What shall some seek?
Nay, nothing, Master Moth, but what they look upon. It is not for prisoners to be too silent in their work, and therefore I can say nothing. I thank God I have as little patience as another man, and therefore I can be quiet.
Now, madam, summon up your dearest spirits. Consider who the king your father says, to whom he sends and what's his embassy. Yourself, held precious in the world's esteem, deplorably with the sole inheritor of all perfections that a man may owe. Matchless Navarre, the plea of no less weight than Aquitaine, a dowry for a queen. Be now prodigal of all dear grace, as nature was in making graces dear, when she did starve the general world aside, and prodigally give them all to you.
Good Lord Boyer, my beauty, though but mean, need not the painted flourish of your praise. I am less proud to hear you say my wit than you much willing to be counted wise in spending your wit in the praise of mine. But now to task the tasker. Good Boyer, you are not ignorant, all telling fame doth noise abroad. Navarre hath made fellow, till painful study shall outwear 3 years, no woman shall approach his silent court. Therefore, seemeth it an equal course to know his purpose before we enter his forbidden gates. On that behalf, bold of your worthiness, we single you as our best-moving fair solicitor. Tell him, the daughter of the King of France, on serious business craving quick dispatch, importunes personal conference with his high grace. Haste signifies so much while we attend, like humble besotted suitors at his high will.
Proud employments willingly I go.
All pride is willing pride, and yours is so. Who are the votaries, my loving ladies, that are bow fellows with this virtuous Duke?
Lord Longaville is one.
Know you the man?
I know him, madam. At the marriage feast between Lord Perigot and the beauteous there Jacques Falconbridge, Solemnized in Normandy saw I this long a man of sovereign parts. He's esteemed, well-fitted in arts, glorious in arms. Nothing becomes him ill if he would well. The only soil this fair virtue's floss, if virtue's floss could stain any soil, 'cause it is a blunt edge, whose edge has power to cut, whose will still will save come within his power.
Merry mocking lords, be like it so.
They say so most, that most his humor knows.
Short wits do wither as they grow. Who are the rest? The young Dumaine, a well-accomplished youth, for all that virtue loved, virtue loved. For he hath most power to do most harm, and least knowing ill. He hath wit to make an ill shape good, and shape to engrace, though he hath no wit. I saw him to power complex, and much too little of his good I saw, is my report to his great worthy.
Another of his students at that time was there with him. If I for the truth, Barone, they call him, but a merrier man. I never spent an hour's talk with all. His eyes beget the occasion of his will. For every object that one doth catch, another turns into a mirth brooding jest. An age plays Tarrant in his tales, and the younger hearings are quite ravished. So sweet and voluble is his discourse.
God bless my ladies, are they all in love? That each one her own has garnished her own bedecking ornaments of praise.
Navarre had notice of your fair approach, and he and his competitors in oath were all addressed to meet you, gentle ladies, before I came. Warily, thus much I have learnt. He rather means lodge you in the field. Like one that comes from sees his court and make a sensation for his own to let you enter his unpeopled house. And you're comfortable.
Fair, I give you back again, and welcome I have not yet received. The roof of this court is too high to be yours, and the width of the field too base to be mine.
You shall be welcome, madam, at my court.
Then I will be welcomed. Conduct me thither.
Hear me, dear lady. I've sworn an oath.
Oh, my ladies, he'll be forsworn!
Not for the royal affair, madam, by my will.
Why, will shall break will, and nothing else.
Your ladyship is ignorant what it is.
Where my lord's ignorance must prove wise, where now his knowledge must prove ignorance. I hear your grace hath sworn out housekeeping. 'Tis deadly sin to keep that oath, and sin to break it. But pardon me, I am too sudden bold to teach a teacher ill beseemeth me. Vouchsafe the purpose of my coming, and resolve me in my suite.
Madam, I will, if suddenly I may.
You will the sooner I were away, for you'll prove perjured if you make me stay.
Excuse me. Had I danced with you in Graphic once?
Did not I dance with you in Graphic once?
I know you did.
How needless was it to ask the question? On the floors of Tokyo, forgotten long time ago, with the record selection and the mirror reflection, I'll be dancing with myself when there's no one else inside, in a crowded, lonely night. Will I wait so long for my love vibration? Dancing with myself, dancing with myself, dancing with myself. When there's nothing to lose and there's nothing to prove, I'll be dancing with myself.
If I go over the world, and there's every type of girl, well, her empty eyes seem to pass me by. I'm dancing with myself, so let's take another drink, 'cause it'll give me time to think. And if I had the chance out of the world to dance, then I'd be dancing with myself. Lady, must you not be so quick? Oh, your wit is too hot, it speeds too fast or tired.
Not to leave the rider's fire.
Oh, fair fall your mask.
Fair fall the face to cover
and send you many lovers.
And then none.
In God's name, I am done.
Madam, here your father does intimate the payment of 100,000 crowns, being but one half of the entire sum dispersed by my father in his wars. Now say that he, or we, as neither have received that sum, yet there remains unpaid 100,000 more, in the surety of which one half of Aquitaine is bound to us, though not valued to the money's worth. And then the king your father will but repay that one half which is unsatisfied. We'll give up our right in Aquitaine, and hold fair friendship with his majesty again. But this seems to little purpose, for here he does demand to have paid 100,000 crowns, and not demands on payment of 100,000 crowns to have his title live in Aquitaine again, which we had much rather depart with all, and have the money by my father lent, than Aquitaine, so gelded as it is. Fair princess, were not his requests so far from reason's yielding? Your own fair self should make some yielding, get some reason in my breast, and go well satisfied to France again.
You do the king my father too much wrong, and so unseeming to confess receipt of which so faithfully been paid.
I do protest, I never heard of it. And if you prove it, I'll pay it back, or yield up Aquitaine.
We arrest your word. Boy, yeah, you can produce acquaintances of such a special sum from Charles, his father.
Satisfy me so.
So please your grace, the packet is not yet come. But tomorrow you shall have sight of them?
It shall suffice me. At which interview, all liberal reason I'll yield unto. Meantime, receive such a welcome at my hand, that honor, without breach of honor, may make tender to thy true worthiness. You may not come, fair madam, within my gates, but here without, you should be so received as you shall deem yourself lodged in my heart. Though so denied fair harbor in my house. Your own good thoughts excuse me, and farewell. Tomorrow shall we visit you again?
Sweet health and fair desires consort your grace.
Thy own wish I thee in every place.
Excuse me. Madam, I must commend thee to my own heart.
Pray you, do my commendations, I would be glad to see it.
Would you hear it groan?
Oh, is the fool sick?
Sick. Yes, sick. At the heart.
Alas, what is blood?
Would that do it good?
My psychic says I.
Would you prick it with your eye?
No point with my knife.
Oh, God save my life.
And yours from long living.
I cannot stay Thanksgiving.
Madam, I pray you a word. What lady is that saying?
The heir of Alencon. Catherine, her name.
A gallant lady. Madam, fare you well.
I beseech you a word. What is she in the purple?
A woman sometimes, and you saw her in the light.
Perchance light in the light. I desire her name.
She has but one for herself. To desire that were a shame.
Pray you, sir, whose daughter?
Her mother's, I've heard. Certainly not offended. She's the heir of Falconbridge.
Nay, my collar is ended. She's a most sweet lady.
Not the like, sir, that may be.
is her? In the yellow.
Rosaline, my good fellow.
Well, is she wedded or no?
To her will, sir, or so.
Well, you are welcome, madam, and
farewell to me, sir, and welcome to you.
The last name Verone, a merry madcap lord, not a word, but a jest.
And every jest but a word.
Two hot sheets marry.
And wherefore not ships? No sheep, sweet lamb, lest we feed on your lips.
You sheep and I pasture, shall we finish the rest?
So you grant pasture for me?
Not so, gentle beats. My lips are no common, though several they be.
Belonging to who?
My fortunes and me.
Good wits will be jangling, but gentles agree in this civil war of wits would be much better used on Navarre and his bookmen, for here 'tis of use.
If my observation, which very seldom lies, my word still rhetoric's pleasant eyes, deceive me not now. Navarre is infected.
With what?
With that which we lovers entitle affected.
For what reason?
Why, all his behaviors did make their retire to the court of his eye, keeping thorough desire. His heart like an agate with your print impressed, proud of his form and his eye pride expressed, his tongue all impatient to speak, and not see, that stumble with haste and his eyesight to do. And all senses to that sense did make their repair, to feel only looking on fairest of fair. Methought all his senses were locked in his eye, like jewels and crystal for some prince to buy, who tendering their own work, on which they were glassed with point, you to buy them, along as you passed. His face his own margin did cloak such amazes that all eyes saw his eyes enchanted with gazes. I'll give you Aquitaine and all that is his, if you give him for my sake but one loving kiss.
Come to our pavilion, Boyer, if this
But to speak that in words which his eye hath disclosed, I have only made a knowledge of his eyes by adding a tongue which I know will not lie.
Thou speakest skillfully.
She is Cupid's grandmother and learns news of him.
Then Venus is like her grandmother, for her father is but grim.
Do you hear, my mad wenches?
No.
What then do you see?
I wait to be gone.
You are too hard for me.
We're running with the shadows of the night. So baby, take my hand, you'll be alright. Surrender all your dreams to me tonight. They'll come true in the
Shadows of the Night, and another solid block of the 80s best music. Now, Campus News has it on good authority that the Princess of France enjoyed a taste of the great outdoors last night, as all women are still banned from the court of Navarre, and Her Highness is no exception. The King's proclamation continues to make life tricky for the people of Navarre. Uh-oh, there's trouble afoot.
Horrible child, make passionate my sense of hearing.
Last night I dreamt of San Pedro.
Sweet air, go tenderness of youth. Give enlargement to this swain, bring him festinately hither. I must implore him in a letter to my love.
Master, will you win your love with a French bow?
What mean thou growling in French? Fetch hither this swain, he must carry me a letter.
Well sympathized, master. A horse, to be ambassador, for an ass.
What sayest thou?
Marry you, sir, you must say the ass upon the horse, for he is very slow-gated. But I go.
A most acute juvenile, voluble, free of grace, by thy favor, sweet welkin, I must sigh in thy face. Almost rude melancholy, valor gives thee place, but my herald is returned.
A wonder, master. Here's the story. Spoken, finish it.
Some enigma, some riddle. Come, Linboy, begin.
No enigma, no riddle, no Lindboy, no salve in the mail, sir. Oh, sir, plantain, a plain plantain. No salve, sir, but a plantain.
By my soul, thou enforcest laughter. Thy silly thoughts, my spleen. The healing of my lungs provokes me to most ridiculous smiling. Pardon me, my thoughts. Doth the inconsiderate take the word sound for Linboy and the word Linboy for sound?
Do the other think them wise, not when boy, sow?
No, page. It is an epilogue or discourse to make plain some obscure precedents that tofore hath been said.
Marry you, sir. Say the moral again.
Sir our custard, I must enfranchise thee.
Oh, marry me one Francis. I smell some Lindboy, some goose in this.
Oh, by my sweet soul, I mean, setting thee at liberty. In freedom in thy person, thou wert restrained, captivated, bound.
True, true, and now you will be my purgation and let me loose.
I will give thee thy liberty, and in lieu thereof impose nothing upon thee but this. You must bear this significant to the country maid, Jacquinetta. That is remuneration for the best word of mine. Honor is rewarding my dependents. Must follow.
Like the sequel, I, Senor Custard, and you.
My sweet ounce of man's flesh, my incanny Jew. Now will I look to his remuneration, yeah. Oh, that's the Latin word for 3 farthings. 3 farthings, remuneration. What's the price of this inkle? 1 penny? Now I'll give you a remuneration. Why, it varies it. It is a fairer name than French crown. I will never buy and sell out of this word. This teaches my recital. I think it's very vital. To rock the rhyme, that's right, on time. It's tricky, it's right, here we go. It's tricky to rock the rhyme, that's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock the rhyme, that's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky. How much carnation ribbon may I buy for a remuneration?
What is a remuneration?
Marriage, sir, halfpenny farthing.
Well, then 3 farthings worth of silk.
I thank your worship. God be with you.
Hold, slave! I must employ thee, for thou wilt do good and win my favor. Or would I to entreat thee?
When would you have it done, sir?
By this afternoon.
Well, I will do it. Fare you well.
Thou hast to know what it is first.
I will know when I have done it.
But thou needst to know first.
I will come to your worship tomorrow morning.
No, it must be done by this afternoon. Listen, the princess comes to hunt thee in the park, and in her train there is a gentle lady. And when tongues do speak so sweetly, they name her name. And Rosalind, they do name her. Ask for her, and in her white hand do give her this suit of counsel. Go! Oh, I am forsooth. I love. Oh, and I that have been a cynic, nay, a night watch constable. But I will sigh for her, will sue for her, will groan for her. Some men lose love,
I know just how to whisper, and I know just how to cry. I know just where to find the answers, and I know just how to lie. I know just how to fake it, and I know just how to scheme. I know just when to face the truth, and then I know just when to dream. And I know just when to touch you, and I know just what to prove. I know when to pull you closer, and I know when to let you loose. And I know the night is fading, and I know the time's gonna fly. And I'm never gonna tell you everything I'm gonna tell you, but I know I gotta give it a try. And I know the roads to riches, and I know the way to fame. I know all the rules, and then I know how to break them, and I always know the name of the game. But I don't know how to leave, and I'll never let you fall. And I don't know how you do it, making love out of nothing at all. 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 Out of nothing at all.
Was that the king who spurred his horse so hard against the queen of the uprising hill?
I know not, but I think it was not he.
Whoever it was showed a mounting mind. Come, ladies, we shall have our dispatch. On Saturday, we will return to France. Then, Forrester, where is the bush we must stand and play murderer in?
Hereby, upon the edge of yonder coppice, and stand where you may make the fairest shoot.
I thank my beauty, I am fair that shoot thereupon thou seekest the fairest shoot.
Pardon me, madam, for I meant not so.
First praise me, and then again say no? Such short-lived pride, not fair, alack for woe.
Yes, madam, fair.
Nay, never paint me now, where fair is not, praise cannot mend the brow. Here, take this for telling true, fair payment for foul words is more than a due.
Nothing but fair is that which you inherit.
See, my beauty will be saved by merit. Oh, heresy and fair, fit for these days. A giving hand, though foul, shall have fair praise. Oh, come the bow, now mercy goes to kill, and shooting well is then accounted ill. And out of question, so it is sometimes, glory grows guilty of detested crimes. Thus, I will save my credit for the shoot, not wounding pity would not let me do. As I for praise alone now seek to spill the poor dear's blood, my heart means no ill.
Do not curse wives hold that self-sovereignty only for praise's sake when they strive to be lords of their lords?
As I for praise, and praise we may afford to any lady that subdues a lord.
Here comes a member of the Commonwealth.
God dig you din all! Pray you, which is the head lady?
Thou fellow shalt know her, for the rest have no heads.
Which is the greatest lady? The highest.
The thickest and the tallest.
The thickest and the tallest? It is so. Truth is truth. And your waist, mistress, were as slender as my wit. One of these maids' girdles for your waist should be fit. Are not you the chief woman here? For you are the thickest here.
What is your will, sir? What is your will?
I have a letter from Bishop Jerome to Lady Rosaline.
Oh, thy letter is a good friend of mine. Stand aside, good bearer. Boye, you can carve with the fist upon.
I am bound to serve. This letter imported none here. It is written Jaquinetta.
Read it, I swear, break your neck to wax, and everyone give ear.
By heaven that thou art fair is most invaluable. true that thou art beauteous, truth itself that thou art lovely, more fairer than fair, beautiful than beauteous. Thus, expecting thy reply, I profane my lips on thy foot, my eyes on thy picture, and my heart on thy every part. Thus, in dearest design of industry, Don Adriano de Armado.
What plume of feathers is he that indicted this leather? What Wayne, what weathercock did you ever hear better?
I know not, but I remember the style.
Else your memory is bad going over it erewhile.
This Armado is a Spaniard that keeps here in court, a phantasm, a monarcho, and one that makes sport of the prince and his bookmates.
Young fellow, a word. Who gave thee this letter?
I told you, my lord.
To whom shouldest thou give it?
From my lord to my lady.
From which lord to which lady?
From my lord Baron, a good master of mine, to a lady of France that he called Rosalind.
Thou hast mistaken this letter. Here, sweet Pepist, will be thine another day.
title to Phoebe, to Luna, to the moon.
The moon was a month old when Adam was no more, and wrought not to 5 weeks when he came to 5 scores. The illusion holds in the exchange.
'Tis true indeed, the collusion holds in the exchange.
God comfort thy capacity, I say the illusion holds in the exchange.
And I say the collusion holds in the exchange, for the moon is never but a month old.
Sir Nathaniel, will you hear an ex-squirrel epitaph?
Heard, good Madam Holofernia, heard. Such are pleasing to aggregate scurrility.
I will something affect the letter for an artist's facility.
A rare talent.
Talent be a claw, but how she claws herself with a talent.
This is a gift that I have, simple, a foolish, extravagant spirit full of forms, figures, shapes, objects, ideas, motions, revolutions. These are begotten in the ventricle of memory, nourished in the womb of pure matter, and delivered upon the melting of occasion. But the gift is good unto whom it is acute, and I am thankful for it.
Madam, I praise the Lord for you, and so may my parish rich, for their sons are well tutored by you, and their daughters are well tutored by you, and you, good member of the Commonwealth.
Merkel, if their sons be ingenuous, they shall want no instruction. If their daughters be capable, I will put it to them.
God give you good morrow, Master Parson.
Master Parson, clergy person, and if one should be, which is the one?
Merry master, schoolmaster, he that is like this to a hogshead.
Piercing a hogshead. A good lustre of conceit. A tuft of earth, fire enough for flint, pearl enough for a swine. It's pity, it is well.
Good Master Parson, be so good as read me this letter. It was given me by Castard and sent me from Don Armado. I beseech you, read it.
Ah, good old Mantuan, may I speak of thee as the traveler doth of Venice. Venita, Venita. Old Mantuan. Old Mantuan! Who understand thee not, love thee not. At your pardon, sir, what is the context? Or rather, as the horse says in his... What? My soul's verses?
I am, and very learned, I pray. Let me hear a staff, a stanza, a verse, pledge domain.
If love make me forsworn, how shall I swear to love? Ah, never faith could hold, if not to duty bound. Am I really here in your arms? It's just like I dreamed it would be. I feel like we're frozen. You're the only one I can see. Hey, I'm all my life for you. Now you're here. I will now look on the intellect of the letter for the nomination of the party running to the one written unto. Your ladyships and all desire employment. Barone. Sir Nathaniel, this Barone is one of the votaries of the king, and he has formed some sort of letter to one of the strangers of the sequence queens. Trip and go, my seat. Deliver this paper unto the royal hand of the king, and may concern him much. Stay not thy compliment, I forget thy duty. Adieu.
Good Guiscard, go with me. Sir, God save your life.
Have with thee, my girl.
Shame is hunting the deer. I am cruising myself, for I do love, and it hath taught me to be melancholy and to rhyme, for here is part of my melancholy. Here is my rhyme. The lady hath one of my sonnets already. The clown bore it. The fool sent it. And the lady hath it. Oh, sweet clown, sweeter fool, sweetest lady. I would not care a pin, but if the other three were in, for that I do not know. But for this I do love, and I shall quickly be forsworn. Oh. Oh! Someone comes. Oh! Hey!
Ay me.
Oh, thou hast thumped him with thy Cupid bird bolt under thy left palm, but in secret.
So sweet a kiss, the golden sun gives not. The fresh morning drops upon the rose. Past thy eye beams, there are no fresh rays of smoke. On my own, wasted days and sleepless nights, and I can't wait to see you again. I finally spend my time waiting on your call. How can I tell you, babe, my back's against the wall? I need you by my side and tell me it's alright, 'cause I don't think I can take anymore. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this the love that I've been searching for? Is this love? Or am I dreaming? This must be love, 'cause it's really got a hold on me. Hold on me. Queen of queens, how far thou dost excel, no thought can think, no tongue of mortal tell. How should she know my griefs? I'll drop the paper. Who is he comes here? And reading?
And not like this, one more fool appears.
I am forsworn.
Oh, he comes like a porger wearing papers.
Am I the first who have been perjured so?
I could put thee in comfort, but not by the two that I do know.
Oh, I fear these stubborn minds lack power to move. Oh, sweet Maria, impress on my love. These numbers will I tear and write in prose.
Rhyme is the wanton Cupid's guard of thine own hose. Disfigured them not.
Same shall go. Did not the heavenly rhetoric of thine eye, against whom the world cannot hold argument, persuade my heart to this false perjury? Vows for thee broke deserve not punishment. A woman I forswore, but I will prove, thou being a goddess, I forswore not. Sure. As I take your hand and lead you to the dance floor, as the music dies, something in your eyes calls to mind the silver screen and all its sad goodbyes. I'm never gonna dance again, guilty feet have got no rhythm. No one's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Should've known better than to cheat a friend or waste the chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. My vow was earthly, though a heavenly love. Thy grace being gained cures all disgrace in me. Vows are but breath, and breath a vapor is. Then thou, fair sun, which on my earth doth shine, exhale us this vapor vow, in thee it is. If broken then, it is no fault of mine. By me broke, the fool is not so wise, to lose an oath, to win a paradise.
This is the liver vein that makes the flesh a dainty, and a green goose a goddess pure, pure idolatry.
Ooh, by whom shall I send this? The company stay.
Here we sit like demigods in the sky. Oh, heavens, if I had my wish.
Almost divine Kate!
Almost profane coxcomb.
Wonder in a mortal eye!
She is not corporal, there you lie.
Amber hair, or foul hath amber quoted.
An amber-colored raven. Was well known.
As upright as the cedar.
Still, her shoulders are with child. Well, as some days have no cause for sun.
Oh, that I had my wish!
And I had mine.
Mine too. Good Lord.
And I had mine. Is not that a good word?
Once more, I'll read the ode that I have writ.
Once more, I shall mark how love can vainly wit.
On a day, alack the day! Love whose month is after... May! Light of blossom, passing fair, playing in the wanton air. Do not call it sin in me, that I am forsworn for thee.
gonna run around, girl, and hurt you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
This will I said, and something else more plain, that shall express my true love's fasting pain. Only with the king grown long the lovers too, ill to example ill, for none offend, and all alike be known.
That love is far from charity. You may look pale, but I should blush, I know, to be overheard and be taken napping so.
Oh, sir, you blush, as is your case as such. You chided him, offending twice as much. You do not love Mariah Longaville. I have been closely shrouded in this bush. And not forgotten, for you both did blush. I heard your rhymes, observed your fashion, saw a size 3 from you, noted well your passion. You would for paradise break faith and troth, and you, for your love, would infringe an oath. What will Barone say when he shall hear faith so infringed? For all the money that ever I did see, I would not have him know so much by me.
Now, as I step forth to whip this Are these words for loving when thou art most in love?
Too bitter is thy jest. Are we betrayed thus to thy overview?
No! You betrayed me! Would you see me praise? A hand, a face, a foot, a leg, a limb, an eye, a goal, a state, a brow!
Whither away so fast? A true man or a thief that gallops so?
I pounce for love, and therefore, good lover, let me go.
God bless the king.
What present hast thou there?
Some certain treason.
What makes treason here?
Nay, it makes nothing, sir.
Well, if it mar nothing neither, then the treason you go away and piece together.
I beseech your grace, let this letter be read. Our parsing misdoubts it. Was treason, she said.
Barone, read it over. Where hadst thou it?
Custard.
Where hadst thou it?
Dramadio, Adon,
If
what is going on?
a toy, my liege, a toy, it be nothing your grace needs to worry.
Well, it did move him to passion, therefore let's hear it.
It is Barone's writing. Here's his name.
You are a whore, son, a loggerhead. Thou hast done nothing but shame me. Guilty, my lord, I am guilty. I confess. I confess.
What?
These 3 fools have made me the mess to pick up. For dismiss this audience, and I shall tell you more.
Now the number is even.
Will these turtles be gone?
Then, sirs, away.
Walk aside the true folk and let the traitors stay.
Yeah.
But what of this? Are we all in love?
Nothing to be sure. For we shall all be forsworn.
Then, good Barone, leave this chat and prove our loving lawful and our faith not torn.
Mary, some flattery for this evil.
I owe some authority how to proceed. Some tricks, some bullets. How to cheat the devil.
Some salve for perjury?
Oh, for all of us, for thee. For is it not a fiction of men's arms? But love, for wisdom's sake, a word that all men love. And for men's sake, a word that loves all men. And for ladies' sake, thy author of thy ladies. For charity itself can fulfill itself in thine own law. So who can say for love for charity?
Saint Cupid then, and soldiers, to the field.
Advance your standards, and therefore, lords.
Now it's plain dealing. Lay these closes by. Shall we resolve to woo these girls of France?
Yeah.
Aye. Therefore, let us devise some entertainment for them in their tents.
Oh, but to the park we shall go, to conduct them thither for revels, music, and mask and merry hours, for we shall be sowing them with flowers. Yay!
Second time was a blast. Third time I fell in love. Now I hope it lasts.
I can see it in your walk. Tell them when you talk. See in everything you do. Even in your thoughts, you got the right stuff. Baby, love the way you turn me on. Right stuff. You got the right stuff. Baby.
All that I needed was you. Oh, girl, you're so right. All that I wanted was you. You made my dreams come alive. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh.
For this hour of music here and on campus, all seems quiet, but rumors are circulating that the king's oath may have been broken by more than a few of the natives. Not much evidence of study, that's for sure. The princess and her ladies have had a visit from the postman. Can we assume they were love letters? Surely the king's men aren't involved. Rumors also of a concert tomorrow night. Was singing and dancing included in the oath? Surely not. Madam Holofernes spotted smiling with Sir Nathaniel. We will bring you more news on the hour after a quick commercial break.
They don't understand, and so we're running to
sensuous, pleasant without scurrility, witty without affection, audacious without impunity, and learned without heresy. I did converse this coram day with the companion of the king, who is in titular nominated or called Don Adriano Dea.
He is too pitched, too sparse, too affected, too peregrinated, as I may call it.
Most singular and choice epithet.
He draweth out the thread of his verbosity, finding it the staple of his argument. I abhor such fanatical fantasines, such backers of orthography to speak dot when he should say doubt, when he should pronounce it debit, D-E-B-T, not D-E-T. This is abominable, which he would call abominable. Insinuating me of insane, to make frantic lunatic.
Oh, man. Giraffe.
Hurrah, not Sirrah.
A man of peace well encountered.
Most military sir salutation.
They have been a great piece of languages and have spoken the scraps.
Oh, they have lived long on the alms basket of words. I marvel that master hath not eaten thee for a word, for thou art not so long by the head as honorific abilitunatabus. Thou art easier swallowed than a flapdragon.
Please, the peal begin.
Lady, are you not letter?
Yes, she teaches boys the horn book. Where does the beast go backward with a horn on its head?
Bob Florte with a horn added.
No silly sheep with a horn. You hear his learning?
Please keep thou consonant.
The third of the 5 values. If you repeat them, well, if
I will repeat them. A-E-I.
The sheep concludes it. Oh, you!
Oh, now by the salt wave of the Mediterranean, a quick venue of wits, now quick and home, it rejoices my soul through wit.
Offered a young child to an old maid, which is with old.
What is the figure? What is the figure?
Horns.
Thou disputest like an infant, go with thy dick.
Lend me your horn and I will whip about your infamy. Circumcirca, the heat of a cockle's horn.
I have no one penny to buy gingerbread. Thou shouldst have it to buy gingerbread. Oh, and the heavens were so pleased that thou wert but my bastard. What a joyful father wouldst thou make me. Go to, thou hast it at dunghill at the finger's ends, as they say.
Oh, I smell false Latin. Dunghill for unguent.
Lady, do you not educate youth at the Charge Hill on top of the mountain?
Or Monster Hill.
For your sweet pleasure for the mountain.
I do since question.
Madam, it is the king's most sweet pleasure to congratulate the princess at the pavilion in the posteriors of the day which the rude multitude refer to as the afternoon.
The posterior of the day, most generous sir, is liable, congruent, and measurable for the afternoon. The word is both sweet and apt. I do assure you, sir, I do assure you.
I must it will please his grace sometime to lean upon my poor shoulder and with his royal finger thus down with my excrement, my mustachio. But, sweetheart, let that pass. I shall tell you a thing.
We attend.
We will have, if this thatch not, an antique, I beseech you, follow.
Gold, thou hast not spoken no words all this while. Nor understood none neither, sir. Mox, we will employ thee. I'll make one and dance or so. I'll play on the chamber of the music and let them dance the head. Good dole, honest dole, to our sport. Away.
Sweethearts, we shall be rich ere we depart. If fairings come this plentifully in, a lady bought up about in diamonds. Look here what I have from the loving hair. Madam, did nothing else come along with that? This is all. Yes, as much love and rhyme as would be crammed up in a sheet of paper. That was the way to make a godhead wax, for he is 5,000 years a boy.
Aye, and a shrewd unhappy gallows, too.
You'll never be friends with him. I killed your sister.
He made her melancholy, sad, and heavy. And so she died. Has she been liked like you? Of such a merry, nimble, stern
light word. A light condition in the beauty dark.
We need some more light to find your meaning out.
You'll mar the light by taking it in snuff. Therefore, I darkly end the argument. Look what you do. You do it still in the dark. So do not you, for you are a light witch. Oh, indeed. I weigh you not. Therefore, light. You weigh me not? Oh, that you care not for me.
Great reason for past care is past cure.
Well, Bandy throws a set of wits well played with Rosaline. Dost thou have a favor too? What is it and who sent it?
I would you knew, and if my face were as fair as yours, and my favor were as great, be witness this. Nay, I have verses too. I think Barone, and the number's true, and the numbering true. I were the fairest goddess in all the ground, compared to 20,000 fairs. Oh, he hath drawn my picture in the letter. Much in the letter, nothing in the praise.
Judas is a good conclusion.
Fairest text being a constable.
Where pencil toe, let me not die your debtor. My regimental, my golden letter. Oh, that your face were not so full of oaths.
A box of that dress, and I beshrew all shrows.
But Catherine, what was sent to you from fair to May?
This to love.
Did he not send you twain?
Yes, madam, and moreover, 1,000 verses of a faithful lover, a huge translation of hypocrisy, vilely compiled, profound simplicity.
This and these curls longer bill sesame. The letter is too long by a half mile.
I think me not. Dost thou not wish the chain were longer and the letter were short?
Are these hands by never part?
We are wise girls to mock our lovers so.
There are worse fools to purchase mocking so. The same Barone I'll torture ere I go. And oh, that I knew you were but in by the week, how I would make him fawn and beg and seek, and wait the season and observe the time, and spend your prodigal wits in bootless rhyme, and shape your service wholly to my hest, to make him proud, to make me proud my jest. So pertant like to Orsay's state, that he be my fool, and I his fate.
None are so truly caught as they are catched hath wit through fool, folly, but hath wisdom warrant the help of school. To wit's own grace, a learned fool.
The blood of youth burns not with excess, and gravity's revolt to wantedness.
Folly and fools bears not so strong a note, as foolery is wise with which doth doubt. All power doth apply to prove by simplicity.
Here comes Boyer.
And mirth is in her face.
Where is the...
Thy news, Boyer.
Prepare, madam, prepare arm. What is arm? Encounters mounted are against your peace. Love doth approach disguised. Armed in argument, you'll be surprised. Therefore, muster your withstand your own defense, or hide your head like cowards and fly heads.
Saint Dennis to Saint Cupid, who are they that charge their back against us? Say, scout, say!
Under the cool shade of a sycamore, I thought to close mine eyes for some half an hour, when lo, to interrupt my purpose rest, towards that shade I might behold address the king and his companion. Warily, I stole into a neighbor thicket by and overheard what you shall overhear. Dark in the city and the night is a wire. Steam in the subway as the earth is afire. Woman, you want me, you give me a sign. It catch my breeze seriously. The boy replied, an angel's not evil. I should have feared her as she been a devil. With that, all laughed and clapped him on the shoulder, making bold wag by their praises bolder. With that, all did tumble to the ground with such a zealous laughter so profound, that in this spleen ridiculous appears to check their folly, passion, solemn tears.
But what's come they to visit us?
They do, and are apparelled thus, like Muscovites or Russians, as I guess. Their purpose to parle, to court and dance, and each one their love feet will advance unto their several mistresses, which they'll know by favor several which they did bestow.
Will they so? The gallant shall be tasked. For each and every lady we shall all be masked, so not a man shall have the grace to spite a suit to see a lady's face. Here, Rosaline, thou favor thou shalt wear, so the king will court thee for his dear. Here, sweet, take that and give me thine, so shall Barone take me for Rosaline. Come on, your favors too. Come on then, where are favors most in sight? But in his changing, what is your intent? The effect of my intent is to cross theirs. They do it but mock for mock, and mock for mock is my only intent. So, there's several counsels unbosom shall with love mistook to be mocked with all, upon the next occasion that we meet with visages displayed to talk and greet.
But do we dance if they desire?
No. To the death we will not move a foot, nor to their penned speeches render we no grace, but while 'tis spoke each turn away her face.
Why, that contempt will kill the speaker's heart and divorce his memory from his part.
Therefore I do it, and I make no doubt the rest will therefore be out. So we shall say, mocking intended gain, and they will mock depart away with shame.
Kick off, and we'll be there recording live. Now, reports have been sent in that Russians have been spotted on campus. Do not be alarmed. I'm sure Officer Dole is on the case and ready to take those Soviets back to Russia. Where's Rocky when you need him? On that note...
No.
Bonjour.
Si.
Da.
Good.
All hail the richest beauties on the earth.
Beauty's no richer than rich capita.
The whole course of the fair dames. The ladies turn their backs to them. They never turn their backs to mortal views. Their eyes, villain, their eyes! They never turn their eyes to mortal views.
Doubt, indeed.
Out of your favors, holy and vouchsafe, not to behold.
Wants to behold rogue?
Wants to behold your sunbeamed eyes.
They will not answer to that epithet. You were best call it daughter-beamed eyes.
They do not mark me. And that brings me out.
Is this your perfectness? Be gone, rogue!
Pantalones!
What would these strangers know their mind's way, and if they do speak our language, 'tis our will, for a plain man to recount their purposes. Know you what they would?
What would you with the princess?
Nothing but a gentle visitation.
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
So be gone.
She says you have it, and you may be gone.
Tell her, we have measured many months to travel to measure with her upon the skies.
They say they have traveled many miles to try to measure with you upon this grass.
It is not so. Ask them how many inches is in 1 mile. If they have measured many, then the answer to one should be easily told.
If you have traveled miles and many miles to come here, the princess could you tell how many inches doth fill up 1 mile?
Donde está?
9,
Uno.
3. Okay. Tell her we do Measure them by the weary steps.
She hears herself.
How many weary steps is measured in the travel of 1 mile?
Listen, we'll do number nothing that we would have spent for you. And our duties is so infinite, but to show the sunshine of your face, so we, alike as savages, made a wish.
My face is but the moon and it's clouded still.
But blessed are clouds, what those such as clouds do. Vouchsafe bright moon, and these thy stars will shine. Those clouds remove upon our watery eye.
Oh, thou vain petitioner, beg of greater matter. Thou's requested, but moonshine is in the water.
Did in our measure do but vouchsafe one change? Thou biddest me beg, this begging is not there.
Play music then. Nay, you must do it soon. But do not dance. My mind is changed, I like the moon.
It won't be enough for the end. How about a super down, look ready for the fall. And you let me live. You're going rock me on my day. I was a superstar. I was a cool player. I was a SR. I had any plan. I was an iron with a don't get off his door. And I was got even going rock me on my day. I'm a kid, I'm a kid. I'm a kid, I'm a kid, I'm a kid. I'm a kid, I'm a kid, I'm a kid. Come and rock me on my day. I'm a dance, I'm a dance. I'm a dance, I'm a dance. I'm a dance, I'm a dance, I'm a dance. Oh, 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 I'm a dance. Hey!
Would you not dance? How come you this is strange?
The moon is at full, but now she is changed.
Yet still she is the moon and I the man. The music plays, vouchsafes a multitude.
Our ears vouchsafe it.
But your legs should do it.
Since we are strangers and come here by chance, let us not be nice, let us take hands, and let us not dance.
Or take your hands then.
Only courtesy, my sweetheart, till the measure's end.
More measure of this measure would be not nice.
You can afford no more than what you like.
Praise you yourselves. What buys your company?
You are after
That could never be.
Then we cannot be bought, and so courtesy, my sweetheart.
If you do not advance, let's only march it.
In privateness.
I am best pleased with that.
And one word with your white honey mistress.
Let it not be sweet.
Oh, well, here, be half a dozen sweets for you.
Honey, milk, and sugar, there are three.
Oh, well, one word. In secrets. Let it not be sweet. Oh, thou hast craves, my gall.
Gall? Bitter.
Oh, well then, therefore, we meet.
Will you not sit with me to take this word? Fair lady!
Fair lord, take that for your fair lady.
Please at you as much in private as I did at you.
For your reason. Quickly, sir,
I want to board my speechless business out.
Please not feel it,
Ah, fair lady.
How fair Lord Pat.
Well, let's part the word.
Take it all and read it. It's making me
Oh, look how you butt yourself in these sharp mocks. What do you give one's chaste lady? Do not.
Die passing for your horse.
One word in time, and I die.
He's not dead, but you're here to ride.
Tongues of mocking wenches are as mean as cutting a hair smaller to be seen above that sensitive seem at their conference. Their conceits have things sweeter than and full of its arrows not wind. Swifter
Waves, break off! Break off! Oh, by all heavens, thou dry-bitten scope!
Farewell, mad witches. You have simple wits. Gorbachev! 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 Gorbachev!
Tapers they are, and the dwarfs be broke smoked out.
Well liking which they have. Gross. Gross fat.
Oh, poverty and which kingly pork flutes! Will they ever think you hang themselves in knives, or but in visitors show their faces? That hurt for Rome is out of countenance twice!
Oh, they were all women. The king was keeping ripe for a good word.
Rome spared himself out of the sweet.
You made without my servant his sword, and no point. Pray, my servant was mute. My lord Honorable said I came o'er his heart. Oh, so you went upon me.
Well, perhaps.
Not a good thing.
No one sickness as thou art.
Better wits prostitute cats. But did you hear that? The king was my love. Oh! Dumaine is mine as sure as bark is on the tree. Lord Honorable had my service born.
Madam and pretty mistresses, give ear. Immediately they will again be here in their own shapes, for it can never be. They will digest this harsh indignity.
Will they return?
They will, God knows, and leap for joy though they are laden with blows. Therefore, change favors, and when they repair, blow like sweet roses in this summer air.
How blow, speak to be understood.
Fair ladies' masks are like roses in the bud. Dismasked, their damask sweetening lectures shown, like angels veiling clouds or roses blow.
Of all perplexity, what shall we do if they come in their own shapes to woo?
Good madam, if by me, that will be advised. Let's mock them still, well known as disguise. Let us complain to them what fools were here, disguised as muscovits in shapeless gear, and wonder what they were and to what's in. Our shallow shows prolonged vilely pinned, their rough carriage so ridiculous. Shall be presented at our tents to us.
Whip to our tents as runs row o'er the land.
Prepare, madam, prepare the gallants our hand.
Fair madam, God save you. Where's the princess?
Gone to her tent. Does your majesty commend me any service in her thither?
Has she vouchsafed me audience for one word?
I will, and so will she. I know, my lord.
She picks up wit as pigeons pace, but do pay her the due of the honey-tongued foyer.
Oh, bless her on her sweet tongue by my heart. That little motto's page at this part. All hail, sweet madam, and fair time of day.
All fair and all hail is foul as I conceive.
It's true, my speech is better, if you may.
Wish me better, and I will give you leave.
We came to visit you, and purpose now to lead you to our tents. Vouchsafe it then.
The field will hold us, so hold your word. Nor God nor I delights in perjured men.
Rebuke me not for that which you provoke. The virtue of your eye must break my oath.
You nickname virtue, vice you should have spoke, for virtue's office never breaks men's troth. As maiden honor, yet as pure as the unsullied lily I protest. A world of torment I should endure. I would never yield to be your house's guest. As breaking cause, I hate to be of heavenly oath vowed to integrity.
Oh, you live in desolation here, unseen, unvisited, much to our shame.
Not so, my lord, not so, I swear. We have had pastimes and pleasant games. A mess of Russians left us but of late.
How now, madam? Russians?
Aye, truth, my lord. Twin gallants full of courtship and of state.
Madam speaketh true, it is not so, my lord, my lady to the manner of the days, and courtesy gives us undeserving praise. We four were encountered with four. In Russian habits they talked apace, and stayed an hour, and in that hour they did not bless us with one happy word. I dare not call them fools, but if they be first thirsty, then full Spain have a drink.
Well, This jest is dry to me, and with your wit wise things seem foolish, and rich but poor. For when we do greet thee, we see thee in your eyes, that fiery heaven, and with your wit wise things seem foolish, and rich but poor.
But this proves you wise and rich, for in my eye.
Lady, I am a fool, full of poverty.
But that you have, what doth you take? A fault to snatch words from your tongue.
I am yours, and all that I possess.
Oh, is all for mine?
I cannot give you less.
Which of the wizards is it that you wore?
What? Wit? Wizards? What demands you of this?
There in that wizard a superflouse case that hid the worst and showed a better face.
Oh, we are described. Don't mock us down, right?
Let us confess and turn it to a jest.
Amazed, my lord? Why looks I find it so sad.
Hold his brow! He'll swoon! Seasick, I think, traveling from Muscovy.
Oh, for thy to pour the stores upon this, for my love is sound, sans cracked and flawed.
Sans, I pray you.
I have a trick of an old rage, and bear with me on this, for I am sick, and to my degree, right. Lords! These men are not well, for they have the plague.
How dare you!
They caught it from your eyes. So these men are visited. You are not free. To the token of the lords of you do I see.
It is not so, for how can this be true? Stand you forfeit, being those that sue.
Forfeit is our state. Seek not to undo us.
Nor shall I not if I do as I intend.
Peace, peace. My wit is at an end.
Teach us, sweet madam. Teach us, sweet madam, for our rude transgression, some fair excuse.
The fairest is confession. Were not you even here, but now disguised?
Madam, I was.
Were you well advised?
I was, madam.
When you were here, what did you whisper in your lady's ear?
More than all the world I did respect her.
When she challenges you this, you will reject her.
Upon my honor, no.
Peace, peace, your oath you once broke, you force not to forswear.
Despise me when this oath of mine I break.
Therefore, I will keep it. Rosaline, what did the Russian whisper in your ear?
Oh, madam, he swore that he would hold me dear, and in good eyesight he would value me, that he would wed me, or else die my lover.
God give thee joy to him. My noble lord doth unhold his word.
Why say you this, madam? By my life, my troth, I never swore this lady such an oath.
By heaven you did, and I confirm it plain. You gave me this. Now take it, sir, again.
My faith, this the princess I did give. I knew her by this jewel on her sleeve.
Pardon me, pardon me. This jewel did she wear? But Barone, thank him is my dear.
Neither or either. Oh, I see the trick. For thy forehand of knowing of our acknowledgement, for thine to dash like a Christmas comedy, to laugh when my lady is disposed. They did change favors, and we following so, wooed what we had seen.
Oh,
You leer upon me with your eye that moves like a leaded sword?
Full merrily hath this brave career this man has been run.
No, she is tilting straight. Peace, peace, I am done.
Lord, sir, they would know whether all the talents shall come in or no. We will turn it finally off, sir. We will take some care.
They will shame us! Let them not approach. We are shame-proof, and it is a policy to have a show worse than the king and his comedy.
I say they shall come.
One check, one check.
Busted.
fellas, trying to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down cause you're overzealous. Play hard to get females with jealous. Okay, smarty, go to a party. Girls are scantily clad and showing party. Chick walks by, you wish you call her. But you're standing on the wall and you is up on her. Next day's tension, high class luncheon. Food is served and you so cold punches. Music comes out, you start to dance. You ate so much, you nearly slipped your pants. Girl starts walking, guys start talking. Sits down next to you and starts talking. If you wanna dance, just like my fast, just you're on a mission, if you're wishing, someone can tell you looking for love in all the wrong places, no fine girls. Some frustration, face inclination, it's to become a monk in the every dog tunnel has a light of hope.
It's the African Indian rock!
Movie show it, so you're going, so kill that stuff at the house. When it gets dark, just start the show, and you spot five women sitting there. She's dressed in yellow, she says hello, come sit next to me. Get over there, we got a second to lose. What comes next?
I challenge thee.
I will not fight with a pole like a northern man. I'll slash. I'll do it by the sword. I pray you. Let me borrow my arms again. I'll do it in my shirt.
The naked truth of it is, I have no shirt and go woolwork for penance.
True, and was enjoying him in Rome for want of linen, where I always swore he wore none but a dish cloud of jack-bonettas that wears around his heart for a favor.
Aww. Let's dance!
Hit it! Bust it.
Why not interrupt our merriment?
Forgive me, for the news I bring is heavy on my tongue. The king, your father,
dead for my life.
Even so, my tale is told.
Away, talent, the scene begins to cloud.
How fares your majesty?
When they prepare, I will away tonight.
No matter not so, I do beseech you stay.
Prepare, I say. Thank your gracious lords for your fair endeavors, and entreat that out of the new sad soul you vouchsafe in your rich wisdoms, and excuse or hide the liberal oppositions of our spirit. For pardon me if my thanks comes too short, for my great suit so easily obtained.
Though the morning brow of progeny forbid the smiling courtesy of love, the holy suit which feigning would convince, yet since love's argument was first on foot, let not the cloud of sorrow just lift from that which it brings. Rejoice in friends for whom you found.
I understand you not, my griefs are double.
There is freedom within. There is freedom without. Try to catch the daggers in the paper cup. There's a battle ahead. Many battles are lost, but you never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me.
Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, the world comes in. Hey come, sugar always bring us. You know they won't win.
Now they're towing my car. There's a to the TV play. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come, through the wall between us, you know they won't win. Words that best pierce the ears of grief, for thy pure lies itself, and thy grace.
We have received your letters full of love and favors of ambassadors of love, and in our maiden council we have rated them in honor, courtship, and peasants of jest.
Madam, our letter showed much more than jest.
So did our looks.
We did not quote them so.
Now the latest minute of the hour, grant your loves.
A time methinks is too short. Nip not the gaudy blossoms of our love, for it bears this last trial and last love. But at the expiration of the year, come challenge me, and by kissing this virgin palm thine, I will be thine.
This or more than this, I would deny. The flatter of these powers of mine with rest. Sudden hand of death close up mine eye, and forever is my heart in your breast.
What to me, my love? What to me? A wife?
A beard, fair health, and honesty. With a grateful love, I wish you all these three.
Shall I say thank you, gentle wife?
No, my lord, for 12 months and a day. I'll mark no birds, these smooth-faced wooers say. Yet come when the king doth to my lady come, and if I have much love, I will release her.
I shall serve thee true and faithfully till then.
But swear not, lest ye be forsworn again.
It says Mariah.
At a 12-month head, thou camest flat down for a faithful friend.
Only patiently, but the time is long.
The lifer you, few taller, are so young.
Study, my lady, my mistress, but behold the window of my heart, mine own eye, and impose thy service of thy own love.
Oft I've heard of you, my lord Barone. Before I saw you in the world's large tongue, proclaimed you for a man replete with mocks. I will this 12-month day to day. You visit the speechless sick and still converse with them, with your pain impotent smile.
So half wild in the face of death? It cannot be, it is impossible. Mirth cannot move a soul in agony.
That is the way to choke a giving spirit, whose influence begotteth that of loose grace. Of him that hears it lies in the tongue, of him that makes it lies in the sickly ears.
12 months. Fall what will befall. I will do a 12-month in a hospital.
I and sweet my lord, I take my leave.
No, madam, we will bring you on your way.
Oh, this is not of thy usual sport, for Jack hath not Jill.
Come, sir. It wants a 12-month and a day, and then to end.
Oh,
that's
too long for a
day.
At the time of my life, I never felt this way before. Yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you.
But at the time of my life, and I owe it all to you.
I've been waiting for so long. Now I finally found someone to stand by me.
Writing on the wall, and he felt his mind roll, and I see. Now with passion in our eyes, there's no waiting in the sky, secretly. So we take each other's hands, understand the urgency. It's just remember, you're the one thing I can't get enough of. So I tell you something. This could be love because I've had the time of my life, and I never felt
miss you. For all of you sing, I will be right here all summer bringing you the best tunes of the decade. I'll see you all in the fall.